Justin, today we are humbled yet again by a Toy Story 4 trailer.
Humbled.
And I want to get some of your thoughts on this because I've been thinking a lot about it and I have a lot of questions. The biggest and most important question being, why?
The first time I saw this, I couldn't help but ask myself,
why?
it was such a sweet victory for the trilogy, for the franchise as a whole. When they wrapped it up with Andy passing his toys on,
They were
continuation,
exactly.
come full circle. They say goodbye. A lot of closure there. I felt like that was a sweet moment, and then I can't help but ask myself the same question, but I know the answer.
But normally Pixar wouldn't like really do that. You know what I mean?
At this point, Disney's all for the Dola, bro.
Why make 4 is such an ugly number?
It's such a horrible number.
And also, the trailer itself is another reason that I was thinking why. This better be a story worth telling. You know what I mean? If we're tacking this on the
100%. If it's not a story worth telling, then why are they telling it? But that's the thing. They're doing it for the money.
Well, I mean,
I think
it looks like it. I have a lot of questions as well about some of the stuff that happens in the trailer. We already talked a little bit about this Forky. This is bringing up a lot of questions that I never wanted to think about with Toy Story. In the trailer, it shows he gets created by the kid, right?
Yeah.
And then the thing is like, listen, I'm a fork, man. I'm not here to.
He really is struggling.
But then Woody's like, you ain't got a choice, buddy. Eternal servitude.
You are now in debt.
You know what I mean? She created a living, sentient being.
She did do that. And also, what's up with Woody being the sentient being patrol man, saying that he can't be what he wants to be?
And exactly.
It's kind of a weird premise, and also like I don't understand why they're doing this.
It's like we never wanted to ask that question, because think about the first Toy Story movies. A lot of the themes sometimes were like the toys are like they're kind of like pets in a way. It's like it's their job to like look after Andy, and it's like, oh, this is great and it's heartfelt. But now we introduce this thing where it's like, well, what if they want to not be a slave?
What if they're not interested? And it really is true. They're pushing the boundary of what toys were originally.
And also the fact that this thing came to life with just like some googly eyes and a little wire thing.
Well, I can look past that.
It begs the question, man.
The whole world is already coming to life. So I'm gonna look past the.
Does this mean that like if he pretends like, what if he takes off one of the googly eyes? Does he die?
I'm not gonna go there.
At what point does it go back to just being a sport?
It doesn't really matter.
It
doesn't matter. That is beyond the scope of like.
Why?
But I am with you with the servitude thing. It's a little bit of a weird concept. I just think the movie in general looks a little bit funny.
I don't know why.
Just like Bonnie loves him the most, and Sporky is the most important most important thing to Bonnie right now. Like I get the whole like it's always been Woody's MO to like be the most supportive of the child.
He's the enforcer, dude.
Well, he's
nobody leaves.
Well, they're turning Woody.
Think about it. He's always been like that.
It's starting to become a little weird, you know.
I never wanted to think about it like this.
But here's the thing: it's gonna be something we're gonna see. It's gonna be something we probably enjoy. But I don't know. That's where I get hung up with Toy Story 4. Hopefully, it's actually a plot that is worth exploring. Like,
I mean, who knows?
It seems like they have this dynamic with Woody and little Bo Peep now.
Bo Peep is.
She's a hero now.
Yeah, she is.
She's got her cane.
Strong,
she's like Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feels like they have like there's been that flashback scene where Bo Peep leaves, and maybe they explore. Maybe that's why they have Woody coming on the trailer so hard, like with the, oh, we're here to serve our children.
Because they're independent now.
Because he's gonna have a little bit of a mindset shift and start living his toy life for himself.
Yeah. So then, what does that mean? It's like, well, let's forget Bonnie. Like. Let's just go do our own thing.
I don't know. I don't really understand it either.
How was I gonna pay off at the end?
But you know, they have him go to the carnival, and she's like, "Look at this beautiful place. You could live here and just embrace your full toy nature forever." But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit weird. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I can get behind the plot yet, but I think they're not showing a lot.
It's weird, yeah. It's like it looks because they're at like a circus. They're not in a house being like toys anymore. It doesn't seem like it.
They're in the world,
which was a little weird. We'll see. But and the other thing that the last thing I wanted to bring up with you, Justin, because I've been thinking a lot lately And this, I think, is another example of a problem, of a real problem in like Hollywood. And that is the fact that audiences just can't let go of certain things now. Like, we can't move on.
I feel like I know what you mean.
Like, listen, like Toy Story 3 was so great, and like you said, there was so much closure, it was such an ending, and it was over. But like, people, because of the movies that get made nowadays, like, people just can't let go. You can't move on. It's like Toy Story 4, count me in.
It's almost like they can't do what Andy did.
It's like, oh
my gosh, get really mad with you. Andy giving his toys up and moving on with his life. But I know what you mean, because the concept is out there, the world is out there, so they've already established it. So it's like, oh, well, what happens next type thing.
Yeah, but there's also like plenty of examples of like characters in other franchises, let's say, that die. But then it's like they die in a movie, and then, you know, they're making another movie, and it's like, how can we bring this character back? Or like, how can we make a prequel so that this character can come back? It's like audiences just can't move on right now. You know what I mean? It's hard for people to, we can't let go of things.
Like, do you have any other examples?
Well, like, there's so much of, like, things just never end anymore. There's no ending. Well,
I do agree with that, but I don't know about we're at, like, at the character level where we're always like, bring him back now. Well, I mean, I can think of, like, people were upset with Luke kind of fading away to the Force.
Oh, but Luke's coming back.
I know,
now,
he's coming back.
Hey, when's Luke going to come back is the thing. So, a while back, I heard all these rumors of there being a Breaking Bad movie.
Yeah.
I think there actually is a movie, but the rumor was, like, is Bryan Cranston going to be in it? Spoiler alert for Breaking Bad. He dies at the very end. And so all the articles and everything that I was reading was like, well, we didn't actually see him like get buried. It's like, oh, blah, 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 he could still be alive. It's like, nah, he died. Let's just move on. No more.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can't do that anymore. There's no ending to anything.
It's because we're so attached to the characters that we don't want it to.
Exactly, but it's like, if you love something, let it go, you know? Let Toy Story 3 stand on its own and no more.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's coming in June.
They should have
done
a Buzz Lightyear
June
prequel.
2019. Toy Story is true. It's their genesis, and it's their
Toy Story.
Their what is the word that I'm looking for? Their
pièce de résistance.
Exactly. Their
It's the cornerstone.
Exactly. It's the cornerstone.
So yeah, you're right, but it remains to be seen.
I just feel like they won't mess this up. They know how to make a good one. They know how to make a bad one. And that's what I'm saying. I'm probably going to enjoy it, but why? Why not just leave it beautiful?
They make great new things.
But then again, I'm going to enjoy it. I just said it out loud, so why not?
I'll probably enjoy it, but will I enjoy it as much as Toy Story 5?
Whoa.
That's the question.
There's also way too many Toy Story characters. I'm going to throw that out there at this point.
What are you talking about?
I'm serious. There's like 50 million toys. I can't. Just keep it with the originals.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz and Woody. It seems like they've kind of made Buzz into a side support character.
Nah, man. Buzz is the main show.
No, he really isn't anymore.
This is the main show.
Watch this trailer. How much Buzz is
Buzz is hardly in it.
He's in there for like probably 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying. What happened to the originals?
Yeah, bring
the OGs.
Give me the OG trilogy back. Toy Story 1 through 3. All right, well, what do you guys think of Toy Story 4? Do you think it was warranted? Well, there's really no argument for it being warranted. It wasn't at all. There was nothing. There were no loose ends at the end of Toy Story 3, I think. Subscribe.
And listen to the sweet sultry of my voice. Subscribe.